Strong beauty found ourselves of our Jai Om Shubhatam Hamsa Tirtha Chakra Divan Vishnu Bhakti Snam Daswati Thakur Shla Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananda Koti Vaishnav Ki Jai Nama Charshna Handas Thakur Ki Jai Shishintai Go Sundar Ki Jai Jai Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Devi Ki Jai Ananda Koti Vaishnav Ki Jai Jai Go Tumande All Versa Sundar All Versa Sundar All Versa Sundar Sarvatra Shri Guru Vishnu Prabhupada Hare Hare Krishna. So, just read from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 64, text number 27 and 28. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Cheva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudire
Tato Jayamudiraye
Nasta Preshva Bhadreshu
Nasta Prayesva Bhadresu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki
Deva Deva Jagannatha
Deva
Jagannatha
Govinda Purushottama
Govinda Purushottama
Narayana Rishikesa
Narayana Rishikesa
Punya Shloka Chudavaya
Punyasloka
Chutavaya
Anujanihi Nama Krishna Yadam Deva Jagatkava Yatra Papis Satas Asta Bhayam Napat Padaspalam. So we did translation word by word. Deva Deva,
Deva Deva
all Lord of the Lords,
O Lord of the Lord,
Jagat,
Jagat
of the universe,
of the universe
Natha,
Natha
O Master,
O Master
Govinda,
Govinda,
O Lord of the cows,
O Lord of the cows
Purushottama,
Purushottama
O Supreme Personality of Godhead,
O Supreme Personality of Godhead
Narayana,
Narayana
O foundation of all living beings,
O foundation of all living beings
Rishikesha,
Rishikesa
O Master of the senses,
O Master of the senses
Punya Shloka,
Punya Sloka
O you who are glorified in transcendental poetry,
O you who are glorified in transcendental poetry
Achyuta,
Achyuta
infallible one,
O infallible one
Aveya,
Avyaya
O undiminishingly one.
O undiminishing one
I don't have any good accent there. Anujahini.
Very good.
Please give leave,
Please
Please
give
give
leave,
leave
Mom,
Mom,
to me,
to me,
Krishna,
Krishna,
O Krishna,
O Krishna,
Yantam,
Yantam,
who I'm going,
who I'm going,
Deva Gatim,
Deva Gatim,
to the world of the demigod,
to the world of the demigods.
Prabhu,
Prabhu,
O Master,
O Master,
yatra kwapi,
yatra qua api,
wherever,
sataha,
residing, cheta,
chetaha,
the mind,
the mind,
bhuya,
bhuya,
may it be,
may it be,
may,
my,
my, tvat,
your,
pada, of the feet,
of the feet,
aspadam, whose shelter.
whose shelter.
Translation.
You have to look a little bit upwards because the area is down, down part of the glass.
O Deva Deva, O Jagannatha, Govinda, Purushottama, Narayan, Rishikesha, Punya Shloka, Achyuta, Abhaya, O Krishna, please permit me to depart from the world of demigods. Wherever I live, O Master, may my mind always take shelter of your lotus feet. Srila Vishwanath Thakur comments as follows on this verse. His faith emboldened upon receiving the Lord's mercy and thus attaining the stage of servitude. King Niga properly glorified the Lord by chanting his names and then asked the Lord permission to take his leave. The spirit of his prayers as follows. You are Deva Deva, gods even of the gods. O Jagannatha, O the Master of the universe. So please be my master. O Govinda, please make me your property with the same merciful glance you used to enhance a cow. You can do this because you are Purushottama, the supreme form of God. And O Narayana, since you are foundations of all living entities, please, by your support, even so I am a bad living entity, O Rishikesh, please make my senses your own. O Punya Shloka, now you have become famous as the Devaniga. O Achyuta, please never be lost to my mind. O Abhaya, you will never diminish my mind. So the great Bhagavatam commentator Srila Krishna Chakravarti explained the purport of this verse. Mama Jnana Timirandasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshurumritamina Tasmai Shri Guruve Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavani Prastatya Vishitarini Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Deva Deva Jagannatha Govinda Purushottama Narayan Rishikesha Punya Shloka Achyuta. This is a verse spoken by King Niga on his prayers to Lord Krishna. King Niga was a king from the Sun dynasty. Maharaj Ishwaku, he had 10 sons, and one of his sons was Niga. In the 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it described the Surya Vansa. The Surya Vansa is described, and we know from Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna spoke on Bhagavad Gita to Vibhashman, and Vibhashman spoken to Ishwaku, Maharaj Ishwaku, and then Maharaj Ishwaku spoken to his sons, and in this way the parampara system coming down. So it described King Niga, he was such a great king, and he was very favorable to the Brahmanas. He used to give charity, and his charity is one of the personalities described giving charity in the world, and King Niga names come very much. By thousands of cows and calves, he used to give donations to the Brahmanas. But unfortunately, the incidents happened while giving charity to one Brahmana, and one of the cow accidentally mixed with another cow. So the king, he gave again charity to the same cow, but the Brahmana, he recognized, this cow is given to me. How come you got? This is my cow. And the Brahmana said, no, this is my cow. The king has given me donation, charity. And they went to the king, and the king was very perplexed. Didn't know what to do. He said, on return, give me this cow back. In return, I will give you 100,000 more cows. But the both Brahmana refused. The both Brahmana refused. They said, we cannot accept that. This is not our dharma. Once we accept the charity, that's it. And in both of them, they just left without to resolve the problem. So because of that, and the king, he displeased the Brahmana because once you give them charity, you cannot take back. And that Brahmana, they were so meticulously performing the dharma, they cannot break the dharma. So because of this offense, the king, when he died, he has to go to hell. And Yamaraj asked them, Yamaraj asked, oh, you have done so much pious activities, there's no end. But also you have displeased the Brahmana. So what do you want? Do you want to suffer your sinful reaction first, or do you want to enjoy your past activities? And King Nikla replied, let me suffer my sinful activities first. So he said, all right, and immediately he became a lizard, big lizard. And he could see that his body was changing while, from the hell, he fall down and he became a big lizard, huge lizard. And in Dwarka, when Lord Krishna was living in Dwarka, and many Krishna's sons were playing together, like Prajumna, Sambha, Gada, and many of them. And they came to the well and they saw this lizard and they tried to rescue it, but they was failed. And then they asked Lord Krishna for help, and then we can help these creatures, unfortunate creatures. And Lord Krishna, he came to the well and he just extended his hand and lifted up the lizard. Immediately the lizard transformed into beautiful personality, the King Niga. And Lord Krishna asks, oh, can you tell me your background? Who are you? And then the personality say, I'm actually King Nigra, the son of Maharaj Ishwaku. And because of this incident happened, he still remember. He did not forget all those what has happened, and he remember very clearly. And then Lord Krishna spoke, and while King Niga, when he got delivered from Lord Krishna, he spoke of this sloka, this prayers, and one of the prayers is this one, is describing Lord Krishna qualities. O Deva Deva, among gods of the gods, And his name is Jagannath, the master of the universe. He used Govinda, with the pleasure of giving a cow. Purushottama, the best personality. Narayana, Rishikesha, Punya Shloka, Achyutavaya, all this name of Lord Krishna, and he been describing Krishna. And also come Jagannath. Today is Ratha Yatra, Jagannath Ratha Yatra, Master of the Universe. So Jagannath Puri in the Orissa state of India is very famous, also known as Purushottam Kshetra. And it's very, very popular, not only nowadays, but since time immemorial actually. It's also called Nilachal. Nilachal. It was a huge hill, it was bluish color. That where the temple is located now, the Jagannath Puri temple, it is on top of a hill actually. And it's called Nilachandra. And this was inaugurated by Lord Brahma himself. We know Brahma life is divided into two parts, Parabdha. And 50, Lord Brahma is over 50 years old. And beginning the first 50 years, the Lord was known as Nilamadhava and was residing there. And after 50 years of Lord Brahma, the Lord decided to be known as Jagannath. That is described according to Skanda Puran and also in Vishnu Puran, the glories of Purushottam Kshetra, the place, and very nicely describe the past time, the history of Lord Jagannath, how he appeared. Now the Lord, he do mysterious, his activities are very mysterious. Nobody can understand. But he can appear according to the devotee sentiment, the devotee prayers, and the devotee devotion. This is the way the Lord reciprocates. And because even if you give a lot of charity, doesn't mean that you have devotion. In Bhagavad Gita, in 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, there's one beautiful verse. The Lord said, "O Arjuna, I cannot be known by studying the Veda. Naham Vedena tapasa." Know by studying the great literature, all the Vedic knowledge, knowing the Veda. Naham Vedena tapasa. Know by austerity. Na danena na chachaya. Know by dan, by charity. Know even by worship. Can I be known? So what does that mean? Of course, all this is important to cultivate spiritual knowledge. One has to study the Veda, especially the Brahmana. The Brahmana are very, they should study the Veda. But this is not the criteria. The devotion of the Lord is completely different. Not by giving charity, we can understand that Maharaj Niga gave so much charity to the Brahmanas. But even he failed because it was not in devotion, it was more in karma conduct. You can give charity, not exactly to please the Lord, but as a fructive result. If you have this fructive result, it's completely changed. So the whole program is to how to please the Lord by bhakti. The Lord is only pleased by bhakti. Doesn't mean that the Lord, you can be a great scholar, and this is not the criteria to please the Lord. Not by giving charity or by your knowledge, your beauty or whatever. This also Prahlad Maharaj also in 7th canto of Bhagavatam is described when Prahlad Maharaj was praying to Lord Nrsimhadev. He said, "Oh Lord, nobody can please you, and not by studying all the great literature, not by charity, not by austerity, We can see here in Hiranyakashipu, his father was performing great austerity, such an extent, the fire was emanating from his body, such a tapasya, and the whole universe was choked up fire. It was burning practically. And Lord Brahma had to interfere and stop his austerity. So we can see in the history there's so many persons who have performed austerities in great length, but the Lord doesn't please by that. The Lord is pleased by bhakti, devotion. Simple thing. If you have this sentiment to please the Lord, to satisfy Him, and that bhakti is required, and the Lord is reciprocate according to devotee sentiment. And especially for our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, this Ratha Yatra festival is very, very important. Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the mood of Radharani as the greatest devotee. And the Lord reciprocated, Lord Jagannath reciprocated during the Ratha Yatra. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had so much intimate connections and reciprocation between Lord Jagannath and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is described nicely in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this Ratha Yatra festival is one of the most important for the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, actually for everyone, but especially for us in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, because we belong to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu movement. And for us to study and to understand and to grasp the essence of this festival and release it, you know, and attaining the highest supreme goal, love of Godhead, is been described. You know. So Ratha Yatra is one of the aspects of the whole Lord Jagannath pastime. You know, the Lord performed many pastimes. Actually, this has started, you know, Akshay Tirtha, you know, 2 months ago when the cart was start building. You know, that's the first day on Akshay Tirtha day. You know, and until now, today, the chariot, the procession is take place. But before that, you know, yesterday was is called Nitra Motsava. When the Lord appeared again, during 14 days, the Lord was secluded, not give darshan. The temple of Jagannath during this period, this 2 weeks, there's lockdown. You know, the temple is closed and the Lord is secluded. There's intimate pastime with Lakshmi Devi is described, and he pretend to be sick. You know, so who can describe Lord Jagannath? You know, the Lord is get sick, and during that time the Lord don't give darshan. And prior to Ratha Yatra, one day before the festival is called Netra Mohotsava. You know, the Lord with a beautiful eyes open, he gave darshan. And before that, one day before is Gundicha Mardham, you know, cleansings of the Gundicha temple where Lord Krishna will go from the temple, will leave the Jagannath temple, go to Gundicha, and where Gundicha is described as Vrindavan, you know. So for us, it is very important to hear from Chaitanya Charitamrita how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with his associate cleansed the temple, Gundicha Marjana. Mahaprabhu, he took all his associates and with the permission of the administration of the temple and the head priest Kashi Mishra, and the Lord cleansed the whole temple, the temple yard, the temple, you know, where the altar is there, where the prasadam will be kept, and the wall, the ceiling, and has been cleansed very meticulously, very properly, with hundreds and hundreds of water pots. And the Lord collected himself in his clothes all the dirt, you know. So that means we are cleansing our heart. This cleansing of temple, Prabhupada described, Chetodarpana Marjanam, you know. So unless our heart is cleansed, our Chetana, our consciousness is polluted since time immemorial by the mode of nature. You know, sometimes Rajas, Tamas, and Sattva also is contaminated. But all these impurities go away, and then we can understand bhakti, that you know, devotion of the Lord take place. Otherwise, while the mode of material nature is strong, you know, we will be attracted by fructive and speculative knowledge. And these two things will impede progress in our Krishna consciousness. So Gundicha Marjana temple cleansings is happened 2 days before Jagannath Ratha Yatra, and yesterday was Netra Utsava, where after 14 days the temple opened again and the Lord gave full darshan, you know. And Mahaprabhu, you know, he was missing Lord Jagannath. Mahaprabhu used to take darshan every day, and during that time, when there was no darshan, Mahaprabhu was feeling so much separation, and he used to go to Alannath, which is southern part of Jagannath Puri, and there the Lord is in the form of Narayan is present, and the Lord was taking darshan, and it described so much ecstasy that Mahaprabhu's body was melting where he was taking full darshan of five obeisances. Still, when we go to that place, we can see the impression, the whole body imprint on that rock when Mahaprabhu offers obeisances. And of course, after that, the Lord take part in the Yatra, and this has been described how the Lord with his associate, organize Sankirtan into 7 groups, and each group has a leader for singing and for dancing also, and corresponding with many devotees. So in each group there was 2 mirdanga, and each group has a particular dancer, and Mahaprabhu organized that. And simultaneously, Mahaprabhu was present in all the 7 groups, and only few devotees who could see that. And on that day also, the Lord gracefully bestowed mercy upon King Prataparudra. We know that King Prataparudra, he wanted to have darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but Mahaprabhu was so adamant. He was so concerned, and he refused the king darshan. And many devotees petitions, especially Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and few other devotees are important, the main devotee, even Nityananda Prabhu. When Mahaprabhu was very adamant, he did not want to give darshan. He said, "What do you want me to do? If I meet a person who is dealing with money, I'm a sannyasi. And a king has to deal with a lot of politics and with money, with women, with a materialist person you want me to meet." So that actually, the king was a great devotee. He just wanted to have darshan. And just for teaching us, Mahaprabhu, he pretended to be angry. But actually, after all, he gave darshan during Rath Yatra. When the king, he took a broom, the handle was golden and was sweeping the floor. By this service, menial service, and Mahaprabhu was, very satisfied by the king by his action. And that's the reason the king got darshan, not immediately, but after a while. And while Mahaprabhu was dancing in ecstasy, all 8 kind of ecstatic symptoms in his body manifested. And while dancing, he just fell down, and nobody could protect, and he fell down just at the king place, where the king was standing, and the king, he just, raised him up. And when Mahaprabhu came to external consciousness, he sees a king. He said, what I have done, I have touched a person who is materialist. And he tried to, he felt a little bit, not exactly angry, but a little bit distanced. And the king felt so anxious. And the king was afraid actually. But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya assured the king, "Don't worry, Mahaprabhu is happy with you. He will show the mercy a little bit later." And during the procession, there was a time when the rath stopped, and all the devotees offered bhoga to Lord Jagannath. And at that time, Mahaprabhu was taking rest in a garden nearby. And he closed his eyes completely in trance. And then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya or the king. Now when you change your clothes, go to the garb of a devotee, not as a king, and go massage the lotus feet of the Lord and recite, you know, some of the gopis, this described. That's the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, during the last Leela, there's 5 chapters, and one the chapter where the gopis are singing, some of the separations, and he starts singing from that chapter. And when he came to the one particular verse, Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavividinam kalmasapalam Shavana mangalam. Bhuri dinante bhuri dajana. Tava kathamritam. When the king starts reciting this verse, particularly in Mahaprabhu, just stand up. He starts crying, Bhuri Jajana, Bhuri Jajana, you are so merciful, oh you have given me full of Krishna. But I don't have anything in return to give you. So then Mahaprabhu embraced the king. He did not see who was reciting. He said, you have given me Krishna. You have given me Krishna. So this is the way King Prataparudra, he got mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on this particular day, on Ratha Yatra day. And also we understand how Mahaprabhu was dancing with ecstasy, and Lord Jagannath opened his eyes. The cart was full. Nobody could pull the cart. Even the deity was highly heavy. Person was pulling the rope, but the cart was not moving, and Lord Jagannath was just amazed to see the dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also recited many prayers to Lord Jagannath. And one of the particular prayers Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited, because we have to understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the mood of Radharani. He is Krishna himself, but externally in the gulfs of Radharani, in the mind. So how Radharani was feeling, and this is one of the confidential reasons why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. Because Krishna, he doesn't know what Radharani had and how much pleasure she feels when she serves Krishna. So that even Krishna doesn't know. And for that reason, though Krishna appears Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the form of Gauranga. Externally, internally, he's Krishna, dark, but externally, he's golden complexion. And during Ratha Yatra, Radharani and Krishna was reciprocating. Then Krishna understand how much Radharani has so much feeling of love. And Lord Jagannath manifestation is a static form of separation from Vrajavasis. Why Lord Jagannath has such a, his form is so unique and it's not complete even, it's so, because this is a form of ecstatic love. This is ecstatic love. When Lord Krishna feels separation from Vrindavan, is Lord Jagannath. This is the form of Lord Jagannath. When the Lord himself feels separation from Vrindavan, from the Vrajavasi. And day and night, Krishna used to cry in Dwarka. And the queens of Dwarka, they could not understand why the Lord is so much eager to visit Vrindavan. So what is the devotion of the devotee in Vrindavan? And especially the gopis. And for that, the Lord Krishna was yawning all the time. And we know from Bhagavatam, from Sanatana Goswami, it described in length how Lord Krishna felt. So Lord Krishna was missing all the time. When he left Vrindavan, he said, I will return back, I will come soon. But Lord Krishna never returned. He went to Mathura, and from Mathura he stayed 18 years. And after that, he ran away from Mathura. And one of his names is Rancho. Rancho Rai in Gujarat is famous Rancho Rai temple. But the Lord is run away from the battle. You know. So whatever activities Lord Krishna performed is glorious. You know. 17 times he defeated Jarasandha in Mathura. You know. And on 18th time he just ran away the battle. You know. And then Lord Krishna, you know, with his mystic power, he created the ocean he takes the land from the ocean in Dwarka. You know, so whole Dwarka was built on the sea, Vishwakarma, and it was borrowed land, you know, from the ocean. You know, so Lord Krishna from Mathura he went to Dwarka, and there he was Dwarkadish. Lord Krishna has 16,108 queens. Simultaneously was living with all the queens. You know, the Lord can expand unlimited. You know, so much opulence. But here the Lord is yearning to go to Vrindavan. Why? Because the Brajavasi, then different moods than the Dwarkavasis. So this is the mood it didn't describe. And this we will see that in 5 years from now, it will be Panchahirami, another great festival. You know. Today, when the Lord leaves the temple, he take permission from Lakshmi Devi. Say, I will be back tomorrow. I'm just go with my brother and sister. But the Lord did not return, and Lakshmi Devi is thinking, oh, it's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. And Lakshmi Devi will get angry. And then Lakshmi Devi came out from the temple, and with his associate, with a servant, goes to Gundicha, where Lord Jagannath is there. But he did not have darshan of Jagannath. And they got angry. Lakshmi Devi was angry, arrested all the servants of Jagannath, beat them. And even it described the chariot where Lord Jagannath is parked, they break some of the chariot. And Lakshmi Devi returned back to the temple. And the servant of Jagannath, they are sure we will come back soon, don't worry. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he observes this Hera Panchami festival, and it's been described sometime. Srivas Thakur, who is known also as Narad Muni, say, "Oh, my goddess of Lakshmi, so it's so majestic, opulence." And you Vrindavan, where there's a cowherd boy, a cowherd man, the cowherd village, it's so simple. What is there? Well, compared to Dwarkadish, they live just in the forest, in the cow. The opulence is cows and, the forest, nothing else. And then Sar Damodar, when Mahaprabhu said, please describe the glories of Vrindavan. Then Sar Damodar started telling, oh, Vrindavan's wealth, it's Chintamani. The land is made from touchstone. Says Chinta, this is described in Brahma Samhita. Chintamani prakara satma sukalpa vriksha laksha viteshu suravira vipadayantam lakshmi srahasta satasam brahmasetyamana govindamani purusham tamaham prajami. The land is Chintamani, it's touchstone. The trees are desire tree. The cows are Kamadhenu. Whatever you desire, this is the opulence of Vrindavan. And Lord Krishna is simple, the cowherd boy. And this is more opulent than the Vaikuntha or Dwarka. And the mood is Madhurya. whereas the mood in the Dwarka is Aishwarya Bhav, you know. So that's why Lakshmi Devi, she could not enter in Vrindavan, you know, because her bhav, her emotion is Aishwarya, opulence. Whereas in Vrindavan, the opulence is Madhurya, is sweet, you know. So according to the bhav, you know, the emotion, the Lord reciprocate. And the same thing, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was in South India, in Ranganath during the rainy season, he stayed 4 months in Ranganath, and he met, you know, Venkata Bhav, who was a host of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He stayed 4 months during the rainy season. And during that time, Mahaprabhu jokingly asked, somehow they became good friends, and he said, "Oh, your mother is goddess Lakshmi. How come she could not get enter in Vrindavan in Rasa dance? From this day, she is performing austerities, but she has no access." And then Bhat say, "Oh, there is no difference between Lakshmi, you know, Lakshmi Devi is, you know, if she want to join Rasa dance, what's the problem? You know, there's no difference between Krishna and Narayan." But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu insists, but she did not get the access. And we know from Srimad Bhagavatam, in the prayers of Kaliya, it is described till today, Lakshmi Devi is performing tapasya, austerities, in order to get favor to enter the rasa dance. You know, there's one prayers by the Nagapatnis is described, and during that, the Mahaprabhu quotes this verse. He said, still there's in Bilban, I think the Bilban, where Lakshmi Devi is performing tapasya. Because her bhav, the emotion what she has, is Aishwarya. And that's why she cannot enter into Vrindavan. So in the Hera Panchami, the Lord again raises questions. How come Lakshmi Devi, she's so, you know, very angry? That was the Lord. And practically, she was using violence. But we can see, and then the Lord said, what is the difference between the bhava of Lakshmi Devi and the bhava of the gopis? The gopi also used to be mana. Sometimes Radharani is described, you know, when she is the mood of mana. Mana means negations, doesn't want to see Krishna. You know, this kind of emotion, there's many different kind of emotion is being described by Sri Damodar, you know. So this is the mood we can understand, we can at least release, you know, for our Gaudiya Vaishnava devotees. We release this kind of confidential meaning of the last, what is reciprocation, you know, taking place. So this is all about how the devotion can extend, how, you know, how length we can go. You know, again, when Ramananda Rai and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had conversation, you know, that took place in South India, the bank of River Kaveri, and Mahaprabhu was asking questions about, you know, ultimate goal of life, and ultimately different steps have been described, you know. And first of all, they describe about the Varnashama Dharma. And Mahaprabhu says this is external. If you go a little bit more further, then he came to Bhagavad Gita verse, you know, whatever we have to do, our karma, we dedicate our sins, everything to the Lord. And the Lord said, go on, go on. And then come to the verse it described from the Brahma prayers, you know, Dhyana prayers are, you know, by wherever you are, if you give attention of hearing, and chanting the holy name. And then Mahaprabhu approves that process. You know. The first qualification of hearing process, Shravanam, hearing about Krishna Katha, because this is directly connected to Bhakti Yoga, whereas other process is indirect, So hearing is a directly connected, and Mahaprabhu approved. Yes, this is the first step. And then it's been described how the Lord is reciprocate in Aishwarya Bhav, then it's come to Madhurya Bhav Madhurya in Braja. In Braja, Braja Bhakti has been described also in the Sakya form, Sakya, Vatsalya Bhav, and Madhurya Bhav, So, the Madhurya Bhav, the highest Bhav, emotion is between Radha and Krishna. And that is also, different category when it's go deeper and deeper Bhav. And then Mahaprabhu said to Ramana, now it's time to stop. There's no more than that. So we can understand through the conversation with Ramana Rai and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the highest level of Krishna prema is culminate, between Radha and Krishna love. And that's called Mahabhav. And this only personality who has this Mahabhav is Radharani, nobody else. So all devotees we follow on the footstep, and that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one of his prayers when he was praying to Jagannath, and Gopi Bhaktu Bhata Das Dasam Das, I am identified not as Snyasi, not a Brahmachari, not a Grihastha. My only identification is I'm servant of the gopis. So this is the mood we cultivate in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. Serving the Lord in the mood of separations and the mood of understanding the highest goal of life through the medium of the previous Acharya, what they have taught us, and Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami in his book Chaitanya Charitamrita express all this emotion, and also other books like Chaitanya Bhagavat, and also by Lochan Das Thakur, Chaitanya Mangal. All this pastime have been described very nicely, and we cultivate that mood, serving the Lord, and the Lord reciprocate. Of course, everybody is serving, the mood of serving, to please the Lord. This is bhakti. All what we need is only devotion. And then automatically all other sins fill up. Whatever we may lack, and bhakti compensates everything. And the Lord is so merciful, especially Lord Jagannath. He has so much pastime with his devotee interaction. Intimate connection or intimate reaction and reciprocation with his devotees. And just wanted to say two pastime of Lord Jagannath, how we break the pride of the those who are so much scholar or those who want to give too much charity. There was one great personality, he wanted to give that time 1 lakh rupees for 1 day expedition of Lord Jagannath. And he asked the priest, unless you use that money in 1 day, I will not give you the money. So during that time, 1 lakh is almost crore by crore. So how much, you could sell that? Okay, you want to decorate the temple, how much flour? So the flour, okay, there's chapan bhog, there's 56 preparation every day, but it doesn't cover that much money. So the head priest, he said, we will ask Jagannath. And Lord Jagannath said, okay, the king, he said, tell the sheikh, tell the big donor, I want to have one pan, betel nuts. So what? One pan is nothing. It's just 1 cent. But the ingredient of that pan, it should be from a crystal jewel from the head of an elephant. And that should be crushed and mixed with the pan. And where to get that? That is practically impossible. There's described the jewel, there's different kind of jewels, and one of the jewels is described on the head of elephant, and that is so rare. And when the owner, I mean the donor, he heard that, and that is practically impossible to get. And then his false pride was broken. So this is a way Lord Jagannath breaks the pride. If you are so proud, and if you are sincere, and we will accept defeat. And another time, there was one scholar came to Jagannath temple, such a great pandit from Kashmir, and he just heard that just by looking Jagannath, have darshan of the Jagannath, one can get devotion. So how is it possible? And he could not believe it. He came with this idea, and the Lord did not give darshan. He refused. The priest tried to open the door was locked. And the priest, everybody got so headache and dilemma what to do. And the Lord revealed to the head priest that such a person in the assembly, he should go. I will not give darshan. Unless that person go away from the temple, I will not give darshan. And the high priest had to say, who is that person, such and such name? And say, oh, I am the one. They say, sorry, Lord Jagannath doesn't want to see you. You have to leave. And then he came to his senses, for prayers, with forgiveness, and then the Lord gave darshan. So this is the way Lord Jagannath breaks the false pride. If you are so rich, doesn't mean you can please the Lord. All your money doesn't have nothing. All your learning what you have, you are such a great scholar, fine, but doesn't mean you can please the Lord. So this is the way the Lord breaks the false pride. The simple, very simple offering, the Lord is very pleased. And we can see that, there was another pastime where Lord Jagannath, a wife, one Mataji, she used to cook khichdi every day. Her khichdi is famous, Karma Bhai khichdi. And still in Jagannath Puri, till today, unless the first morning since is over, khichdi, the Lord does not take other preparation. And from that time, it's known as Karma Bhai khichdi. She has so much devotion. Simple woman. And Lord Jagannath used to go to take khichdi from her place. So all this is all Jagannath is, he's so much reciprocating with all devotees, and he will give darshan until Lord Brahma end of his life. 50%. 50 years Lord Jagannath was known as Nilamadhava. After 50 years of Brahma life is known as Jagannath. And it will continue. So generation of devotee will come. And the Lord is merciful. And this is Lord Jagannath. And today is his festival, and also known as Pandu Vijay. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, this camp today is known as Pandu Vijay Mahotsava. And yesterday was Netra Mahotsava. And day before yesterday was Gundicha Manjana. And after 5 days, will be Hera Panchami. And it will culminate in 9 days, the whole from today until 9 days. And then Lord Jagannath will return to his temple. So this is briefly in summary about this Rath Yatra, and including the other festivals that take place. Jai Sri Jagannath Mahaprabhu ki Jai.
Jai.
Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi ki
Jai.
Very
Hare
good.
Bol.
Is there actually deity of Lakshmi in the Jagannath temple?
Yes, yes, on this Lakshmi Devi is there, and also one more thing, outside Jagannath temple, just there's many temple within, and also there's Vimla Devi. Although Jagannath Prasad, first of all, after offering Lord Jagannath, is offered to Vimla Devi, and after then become Mahaprasad. Then they serve all the devotees. No prasad of Jagannath without referring to Vimla Devi is not possible. So Vimla Devi is actually Parvati Mata. In Chaitanya Mangal, Srila Lochan Das Thakur discovered glories of Mahaprasad. How Mahaprasad it was possible to all living entities. You know, one time Narad Muni, he was serving Lakshmi Devi very menially and just wanted to have one favor. And Lakshmi Devi was so pleased with Narada. Narada, he said, I just wanted to have Mahaprasad of Bhagwan, of the Lord. And just before that, the Lord had forbidden to give his Mahaprasad to anybody. And Lakshmi was in a dilemma. What to do? And then she approached the Lord saying, my dear Lord, your great servant Narada Muni, you have forbidden me to give Mahaprasad to anybody, but how? And Narada Muni wanted you have to have your Mahaprasad. They say, okay, so well, I'm not looking, you can give that Mahaprasad. Sometimes the Lord is just looking at the place, and then Lakshmi Devi takes a plate, and then so Narada Muni had full plate of Mahaprasad. He was such an ecstasy, he got the Lord Prasad. And he went to Kailash. He went to Kailash where Lord Shiva is. We know that Narada Muni is a brother also of Lord Shiva. He's also the son of Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma had many sons, and one of the sons is Lord Shiva, and Narada Muni is a brother. And Lord Shiva, he approached, he said, Narada, I see you're unusual today, you're too much in ecstasy. What is the reason behind that? He said, oh, you don't know, today I got Mahaprasad of Bhagwan, personal Narayana. He said, oh, you got Mahaprasad? Where's my pot? He said, oh, that never crossed my mind, I just had it. He said, I already washed my hand, and Lord Shiva said, oh, you came to see me without Mahaprasad? And then he was inspecting Narada Muni. In his finger there was one piece of rice. And Lord Shiva he just grabbed that hand and put in his mouth. And he was feeling ecstasy. Lord Shiva started dancing. Well, we know when Lord Shiva danced, what happened? He's not a Raj. He became completely in trance. And Parvati came and said, Prabhu, Pahimam, the whole world is trembling. What happened to you? He said, oh, Devi, what you have done? I was in such a trance, I got Mahaprasad of Bhagwan. And Parvati said, where's my pot? If you got Mahaprasad, where's my pot? He said, no, I don't have anything. He said, I will pray to the Lord that I make sure that all living entities get Mahaprasad. And that form is Vimla Devi Parvati. It is in the temple of Jagannath. So by her grace, all living entities get Mahaprasad. So that's why Srila Bhakti Thakur, when Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur, he was born in Jagannath Puri and his name was Vimal Prasad. Vimal Prasad. And actually, Lord Jagannath is very merciful. There's no other deity. During Ratha Yatra, everybody can go and hug Jagannath. Everybody, even the foreigners. Otherwise, they have no access to Lord Jagannath temple. It's only day during Rati after time you can go and touch Lord Jagannath directly, and you can have darshan. You can full, without any restriction usually. So merciful Lord Jagannath. And by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, Lord Jagannath appeared in many cities all over the world. That's only a great Acharya can do that. And the mysterious way how Lord Jagannath appeared in the West, that we should reach Srila Prabhupada Namita is described in San Francisco. How one Mataji Malathi sing. It's called Malathi. Huh?
Malathi, sticky.
Yeah. And just found a door in the store shop, in the gift shop, and brought to Prabhupada. I said, oh, Prabhupada, for obeisance, said, Jagannath. He said, where's the other two? They said, oh. So she went back to the shop again and she found another two similar to Balaram and Subhadra. And Srila Prabhupada told Shama Sundar to go. He was a carpenter's. And Prabhupada started shortly after immediately. And since that time, the Teta is going on. And now ISKCON is celebrating over 700 Yatra all over the world, in many places. So the Lord is so merciful, So it's time, and we devotee, when we heard about how the merciful the Lord is, and we try to reciprocate our loving Queen and organize, give the mercy to many people as much as possible. It's unending. Whatever Prabhupada gave is expansion of mercy. It's coming out. Yes, so the Lord, Lakshmi Devi, she goes on the fifth day, Hera Panchami. That is also very sweet, very, very sweet pastime. And during this time, the Lord is, reciprocating with the devotee. Gundicha is called also Sundarachal. Sundarachal is Vrindavan, whereas Nilachal is Dwarka. You see. So this is the time the devotee, all the gopis are bringing Krishna back to Vrindavan. When the Lord Gopi met Lord Krishna in Kurukshetra, and Radharani expressed a feeling, he said, oh, I am the same personality, you're the same personality. It's the same month of Chaitra, the same breeze of Malathi flowers. The season is all same, but the place is different. And I wish I would like to go to Vrindavan, because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, my mind and Vrindavan are same. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my mind and Vrindavan are same, where I am in Vrindavan. So all the time, Mahaprabhu, in the mood of Radharani is Vrindavan. So Sundarachal, where Gundicha temple is actually many exotic and confidential pastime take place. And the Lord, is Lord of the universe, is, reciprocating with his devotees. Otherwise, the Lord in the form of Brahman, impersonalist, have no reciprocation. In the form of Paramatma, he is just neutral. Only the Bhagavan features of the absolute truth, the Lord reciprocates. And this reciprocation is endless. There's no end. Ever expanding. Ever expanding. So we cannot measure. It's Avayam, this one of the, on this verse, this Avayam, on the Lord, Deva Jagannatha Govinda Purushottama Narayana Rishikesha Punya Shloka Avayam. Unending. So the Lord is not limited. Is not limited. Our mind can be focused on things, but when we're speaking about the low qualities, unending is, so what is a devotion? We cannot measure that. So we just pray to the Lord and accept our service with attitude, with gratitude, and with sincerity, and the Lord will reciprocate. That's all He wanted. He doesn't want anything else. He doesn't want your money. He doesn't want how much you are scholarly. Simple. Who was the Sabaras? The Lord, was living with the Sabaras, Vishwavashu, the king of the Sabaras. And the Lord was happy with his service. And the Lord told him, now I want to be served in different way. My dear king in the Juna, he wants to serve in a majestic way. That is. I remember in 1987, His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj, he just printed this book, Jagannath Priya Nataka. It just came out. And I don't remember it was in Prabhupada's disappearance day or appearance day, but it was 1987. I was in Vrindavan. And he was reading from that. And he was telling Lord Jagannath's story, how he so during that time, Tamal Krishna Maharaj, he just printed, it just came out, it was completely new. And he was telling about that in Vrindavan, I remember very well. And I was so fascinated to hear about Lord Jagannath. So yes, this is another form of the Lord which is very, very merciful. So very dear to the devotees. And he's not alone, it's his brother, with his sister. And this form is eternal. The Lord has many, many forms. According to the devotee reciprocation, he manifests. And the Lord in a static form, the Lord is completely in a static, and he transformed into Jagannath. All his limbs go within, So that is also very confidential, and especially to hear the glories of Vrindavan. In Dwarka, when Lord Krishna was present, all the queens, they asked Mother Rohini to tell about, because she witnessed all the pastime of Krishna. She was directly witnessing all the pastime. And the queens asked Mother Rohini to describe about Lord Krishna pastime. And Rohini said, make sure Lord Krishna does not hear. Because already Lord Krishna is so much feeling separation from devotee, from Vrindavan, and you hear about his pastime, he will leave Dwarka, and with the Dwarka devotee doesn't want that. They wanted to keep Krishna in Dwarka. So there is competition between devotees in Dwarka. They don't want Krishna to leave Dwarka. And while Mother Rohini was telling Lord Krishna pastime, Subhadra Devi was kept at the door. In case Lord Krishna come, she could stop. But Subhadra, she was so enwrapped about Lord Krishna pastime, she was completely in ecstasy. And meantime, Krishna and Balaram came and they were listening all about their own pastime. And they was fully absorbed, and all the body, all the limbs in the body went within. And at the same time, Narada came there, and Narada witnessed this three form, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. So this is eternal form, the form when the Lord was completely in ecstasy about the pastime of devotees in Vrindavan, when the Lord gave his own pastime in Vrindavan. So this is a form of Jagannath. Yeah.
Actually, thank you very much, Prabhu. It's we have to start.
All right. Okay.
So wonderful lecture. Thank you very much.
Hare. Jai, Lord Jagannath ki
Jai.
Jai, Jagannath Gaudiya Vaishnava ki Jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jesus Christ, Hare Krishna Prabhu ki
Jai.